Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I will be going over my Fire Leech build for Spell Shot. Now I am running Spell Shot and Graveborn. To start off, my weapons, there's mainly one weapon I use, and it's the Gluttony. And the main reason I use this is because I have an enchantment on it, where on spellcast it increases fire damage by 30% for 5 seconds. So if you can get this on any kind of weapon, or if you just really like a weapon, then use whatever. It's not a huge deal. Just try to get a good enchantment for elemental damage or fire damage or spell damage. Moving on to melee weapon, I am using the Spell Blade of the Assassin. Also enchanted, increases elemental damage by 20% for 5 seconds. It's probably the best melee weapon for a spell build, although I don't really melee a lot. The unique perk on this is melee attacks deal spell damage instead of melee damage, and melee attacks increase spell crit chance by 80% for 6 seconds. Moving on to rings, I am using a legendary ring for this, just spell damage and spell crit hit damage mainly. For my other ring, I am using the mood ring. If you could get 2 of these and put them in both ring slots, that would probably be very good. So while your ward is not full, the effects are doubled, and I have ability damage, dark magic efficiency, not that great. If you can get spell crit damage, spell crit chance, any of those, that would really make it insane. And especially if you run double, that would be really good. Going on to shield, I'm using the Cursed Wit, and if you're using a spell shot build, I'd definitely recommend this. So what the Cursed Wit does is while your ward is depleted, you gain 17% damage reduction and 100% increased damage dealt to nearby enemies, which is insane. When I show off my skill tree later, you will see why. Armor, not the greatest, but it's got spell shot power, graveborn power, spell damage, movement speed, very useful, ability damage. You could try to look for like a legendary that comes with a, let me see what it's called. That comes with high thread count. That would be really good. Moving on to the amulet, I'm using the Blood Bag of Honesty. Very useful. You definitely want to try to get your hands on this. I got this from the Chaos Chamber. Not exactly sure on the drop source. Cursed Wit I got from the Chaos Chamber also, but I believe it can drop from Zomboss. And everything else I basically got from the Chaos Chamber. So what makes the Blood Bag of Honesty so good is while your health is full, healing from dark magic increases maximum health, and this can increase your health like up 5,000. It's really insane, and it increases your survivability a lot. I'd really try to get this. I have fire damage and spell shot power on it, luckily, which is the best. The only way it could get better is if I got like a volatile version, and then instead of gun magazine size, maybe like spell crit damage or spell damage. But I'm really happy with this. Moving on to spells, I'm currently using 2 of the same spells. It is the Inflammation, which I got from the Obelisk boss in Karnok's Wall. And this spell is basically a flamethrower. Whenever you hit an enemy, it'll cause them to explode when they die. And it is insanely good for mobbing. In my opinion, it is one of the best mobbing spells in the game. The one I have comes with 4 spell charges, which is the best. I also have one with 3, trying to get a better one. But I'd definitely recommend farming the Obelisk boss in Karnok's Wall for this. It is really good, and it basically took me all the way up to Chaos 20. Moving on to skill tree. As I said, I'm Spell Shot Graveborn. I'm using Ambihextrous. Spell Sniper maxed out, really good skill. Magic Bullets, not the greatest, but I spec'd into it just to get all the way down to high thread count. This reload speed's nice, so I just put 1 into it. This you absolutely want. Font of Mana is a must. Increasing your spell cooldown rate, very useful. Very important that you do not spec into Mage Armor, as that'll kind of cancel out the bonus from Cursed Wit, and you do not want that. Do not spec into that if you're running a spell shot at all. Glass Cannon, this really works well with the Cursed Wit. So the Fate Maker no longer automatically recharges his ward, but increases his spell damage. And this is basically 130% damage increase because of the Cursed Wit. This just makes the build so much better. High thread count, Increases your spell weaving stacks, very useful. You definitely want to spec into that. Then I go over to Graveborn. Graveborn I use mainly just for the healing and survivability. Start off, once I put 1 point into Mortal Vessel. Increases maximum health and dark magic efficiency, good. Essence Drain, pretty decent skill. If you go to the bottom, casting a spell automatically activates all of the Fate Maker's kill skills, which this is a, my bad. This is a kill skill. And I spec into this, also really useful. You would absolutely want this. Whenever the Fate Maker casts a spell, he regenerates 15% of his health over 2 seconds. And with the Flamethrower spell I'm using, it basically, you can cast one spell every, I'd say, 3 seconds. And you just keep swapping. It's really good. It's really hard to get killed out of this. Dark Pact, just for bonus dark magic damage, which is how you heal with my amulet. Stain of the Soul, bonus dark magic damage, really useful. Dread Covenant, absolutely want it. It basically gives you another life, kind of. Whenever you reach 1 health, it'll restore your health and kill your companion. Really good skill. This also very useful kill skill, so whenever I cast a spell, I will just get 1 stack of this, and then it's very easy to get 3 stacks of it. And what it does is increase your maximum health, spell damage, and it lasts for 30 seconds. You can get up to 10 stacks, so you get 60% bonus damage and maximum health. Lord of Edges, the Fate Maker gains increased damage dealt and damage reduction the lower his health is, and with this your health gets really low, but you can just easily regen all the way back up, and it's really good survivability. Blast Gas, really useful for the fire. I like it a lot. Basically, when you deal spell damage, there's a chance it'll create an elemental explosion, dealing ability damage of the spell's elemental type. This works really well with the Flamethrower, as you can just hold down the ability and kind of look left and right repeatedly and just cover everything, and then they'll be debuffed kind of with this. And I'm running this, very useful, gets your kill skills, I'd definitely recommend. I'll now hop into the featured run on the Chaos Chamber at Chaos level 20 and show you guys some gameplay. Hopefully you enjoy. So this is really good for modding. Try to get this. Show you how good it is. It's not the greatest for bosses, but recommend it for sure if you're trying to get to Chaos 20. It's basically carried me. You could run the Buffmeister if you don't have 2 informations. But yeah. And I'm also trying not to use any guns. I'm trying to just go like all spell build, but it's pretty difficult. As you can see though, mark them all, 3 explosions. I really like the inflammation. The more spells I cast, the more damage I do with the spell weaving and the 1 kill skill, I forget its name. But as you can see, really good build. And I'm trying to not go complete meta, you know, like the Shock and the Cryo are currently like the best of the best, and I'm trying to, you know, use a little different meta stuff. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed, drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.